Chosen one, do not scroll. Stop, right here. This is the moment I arranged. You are not lost in an algorithm. You were led. The exact second your thumb slowed down was written before you were born, and it was written by me. I saw what you did. You gave something away, and you asked for nothing. Not a thank you, not a repayment, not even acknowledgement. You gave when no one was watching, when there was no reward waiting, when it cost you something you could barely spare, and you did it anyway. You thought it disappeared into silence. It did not. It rose. It reached me, and heaven moved in response. There is something already set in motion because of what you did. Something being assembled right now, in a place your eyes cannot see yet. I will tell you what it is, but not yet. Because first you need to understand what you actually did and why it carries the weight it carries. Stay with me. Do not look away. What is coming in the next few minutes was prepared specifically for you. Before I continue, comment 777 below. Not as a ritual, not as superstition. Do it because heaven records agreement, and 777 is you saying out loud, in the only place I have placed in front of you today, I receive it. Thousands will scroll past this message. Only the ones I selected will stop, and only the ones who agree will step into what has already been released. Your 777 is your signature on something already signed by me. Now listen closely. There are many kinds of giving in this world, and I see all of them. I see the giving that is really a transaction. I see the giving that performs. I see the giving that buys approval or influence, or the comfort of being seen as generous. None of it is condemned in my eyes, but none of it moves heaven the way yours did, because you gave without a hook in it. You gave with no line attached, nothing to reel back in, no hidden invoice, no quiet expectation waiting in the corner of your heart for someone to notice, to repay, to remember. You released it completely. And in that release, you did something extremely rare on this earth. You reflected me. That is what pure giving is. It is not charity. It is resemblance. When you give with nothing owed to you, you stop imitating human behavior and you start imitating divine behavior. And when a child of mine begins to resemble me, all of heaven turns its head. You are not here by chance today. Understand that. Of every voice competing for your attention this hour, this is the one that reached you. That is not coincidence. That is direction. Let me tell you what your act looked like from where I sit. You did not see a bright light. You did not hear applause. You saw an ordinary moment. Maybe money leaving your hand when your own account was thin. Maybe hours of your time poured into someone who never said thank you. Maybe a meal, a ride, a bill you quietly covered, a message you sent to someone drowning at 2 in the morning when you were exhausted yourself. Maybe you gave the last of your patience to someone who did not deserve it. To you, it was small. To me, it was a signal flare. Because here is what you did not know. Nothing given in purity ever stays where it was placed. It has weight, it rises, and it arrives before me carrying your name. And I do not forget names. Chosen one, hear this clearly. You have been marked as a giver, and that mark changes what I am permitted to release into your hands. I do not pour oceans into closed fists. I pour into open hands. I pour into hands that have already proven they will not clench. Your hand opened, so mine did too. There is a specific response already prepared for you. Not a general blessing, not a vague good feeling, but something precise, something matched to what you gave. I will name it before this message ends. Stay. If these words are landing in your chest right now, if something in you already knew this was true before I said it, take 1 second and like this video and subscribe. Not for me, for you. That is how I keep this doorway open in front of you, so the next message I send finds you the way this one did. Then come straight back. What follows is the part you came here for. Now let me show you what you have not been able to see. You believed your giving went unnoticed. And in the human realm, sometimes it did. Sometimes the person you helped never mentioned it again. Sometimes they took what you gave and walked away as if it cost you nothing. Sometimes you watched them receive it and thought, quietly, they will never know what I gave up for that. I knew. I was there in the room. I was in the pause before you decided. I saw the moment you calculated whether you could afford it. And I saw the exact instant you chose to give anyway. That instant is what I want you to understand today. Because the giving was beautiful, but the decision was holy. Anyone can give from overflow. You gave from consideration. You gave knowing it would cost. That is why this rose so high. And you have been doing this for longer than you realize. Think back. Not one act, many. The times you covered for someone silently. The times you let someone else take the credit. The times you gave the better portion away and told everyone you were not hungry. The times you forgave someone who never apologized. Because forgiveness is also a gift, and it is one of the most expensive gifts a human being can give. None of it was wasted. Not one act, not 1 hour. I have kept every single one. There is a record in heaven that no human institution can access, and your name is on a page in it, and that page is fuller than you would believe. You have been building something without knowing you were building. Every quiet gift added another stone, and what you have built is now large enough that it must be answered. That is why you are here today, not because you searched for it, because it was time. Chosen one, do you feel the shift? Something in the air around you has changed in the last few days. A strange sense that something is about to break open. A restlessness you cannot explain. A feeling that you are standing at the edge of something. You are not imagining it. That is the sound of a response arriving. But I will not reveal the whole of it yet, because you need to hear one more thing first, and it is the thing most people never learn. The reason pure giving is rewarded so extravagantly is not because it earns me. You cannot earn me. It is because pure giving proves you can be trusted. Listen to that again. Every blessing I hold is a responsibility disguised as a gift. Money is a responsibility. Influence is a responsibility. Opportunity, platform, health, resources, relationships. All of it carries weight, and weight breaks people who were never built to carry it. So I test the structure before I load it. Your selfless giving was the test, and you passed it without even knowing you were being examined. That is the purest kind of passing there is. You did not perform for the grade. You simply were what you are. So now the load can be released. Do you understand what I am telling you? The thing you have been asking me for. The specific thing. The one you have prayed about so many times you have stopped saying it out loud. Was never being denied. It was being weighed. And the counterweight it was waiting for was the proof of your character. That proof has arrived. You will not be scrolling past this video the same person who opened it. That is not motivation. That is a fact. Something changed the moment you stopped here. Let me tell you how the return comes, because I do not want you to miss it when it arrives. It rarely comes back through the same door it left. That is where my children get confused. You gave to a person, so you watch that person, waiting for reciprocity. It will not come from there. I do not run my economy in circles. I run it in expansion. You gave time to someone who never repaid you, so I will send you time back through an unexpected delay that saves you from something you never saw coming. You gave money you could not spare, so I will return it through a door you did not apply to, a number you did not negotiate, an opportunity that will feel almost embarrassing in how easily it arrives. You gave patience to someone who did not deserve it, so I will send you a person who will be patient with you when you are at your worst, and you will weep at how undeserved it feels. That is the multiplication. It is not equal. It is not fair. It is generous. Because I am not a merchant. I am a father. And here is what I need you to notice. Some of it has already begun. Go back over the last 2 weeks in your mind. There was a moment that worked out better than it should have. Something that resolved without your effort. A person who reached out for no reason. A door that opened slightly. You called it luck. You called it a nice surprise. It was the first drop. The first drop always arrives before the rain, so the ground knows to open. Chosen one, you were not selected today. You were selected long ago. Today you were simply informed. Now, the thing I promised to name, within the timing I have set, and it is closer than you think, something is going to return to you that will make you sit down. Not because of the size, though the size will surprise you, because of the accuracy. It will match the exact thing you gave away. And in that moment you will know, beyond any argument, that you were seen. That is the signature I am putting on it. Precision. So that you cannot dismiss it as coincidence. So that no one can talk you out of what happened. And there is more attached to it. A second thing that will follow behind the first, connected to it, opening because the first opened. I am telling you now so that when the first arrives, you do not celebrate and stop watching. Keep your eyes up. The second is the larger one. Do not let anyone tell you you are foolish for giving. You have been told that. Maybe recently. Someone said you are too soft, too generous, that people take advantage of you, that you should protect yourself more. Hear me. Your openness is not weakness. It is the exact quality I built you with, and it is the reason you qualify for what most people never touch. The world calls it naive, because the world cannot calculate what it cannot see. I see the ledger. You are not being drained. You are being invested, and I do not lose investments. You have carried the weight of being the one who always gives, the one people come to, the one who holds it together while quietly wondering who holds you. I hold you. I have never once looked away. Not in the year you thought I was silent. Not in the season you gave everything and received nothing. I was not absent then. I was building the answer that is now nearly finished. Everything is laid out for you. Every step you will take this year is already prepared. You are not walking into uncertainty. You are walking into arrangements. You have never once been off the path, even when it looked like a wilderness. Especially then. Chosen one, feel the weight of this. Out of everyone alive this moment, I directed this message to you. Not to a crowd, to you. The words are landing in your chest for a reason. That heat behind your eyes right now, that is recognition. Your spirit knows the voice. So here is what I ask of you. Do not change who you are. Do not close your hands to protect yourself. The giving is not the problem. The giving is the key, and the key is already in the lock. Keep giving, freely, quietly, without expectation, and watch what happens to the size of your life. And do not miss the arrival. Stay awake. Stay grateful in advance. Speak thank you before the evidence appears, because gratitude is the fastest carrier there is. Let me gather it for you, so you carry it correctly. You gave without expecting return, and that made you resemble me. And resemblance is the rarest thing on this earth. Nothing you gave was lost. Every act was recorded, kept, and weighed. Your generosity was not just kindness. It was proof that you can be trusted with more, and that proof has now cleared the way. The return will not come back through the same door it left. It will come multiplied, unexpected, and precisely matched, so you cannot mistake it for chance. The first drop has already fallen. The larger portion is behind it, and the hands that stayed open are the only hands I can fill. If this message reached you, if you felt it land, hit like and subscribe so I can keep finding you here. Comment 777 if you have not yet, and let that be your agreement. And if you want to help these messages reach the next, chosen one who is quietly giving everything and thinking no one noticed, you can support this channel by leaving a tip at the link in the pinned comment. Not a donation. A tip, given the way you always give, freely. Now stay close, because what I revealed today was only the first half, the second half, the exact way your blessing will enter, the sign that will confirm it, and the one thing you must not do when it arrives is coming in the next message. Do not miss it. You have already been noticed, chosen one. Now be ready to be answered.